Here's Jason Roberts. Pedersen down the line to Warnock, who's overlapped from left back, and he's done really well. It's Stephen Warnock. Ball is in, and the ball is in the net from Benny McCarthy, and Blackburn Rovers are level.
It's nerve-wracking at times, but you know, I think probably the one good thing is we've had we have a few veterans on the team. We have a lot of guys who do have experience in the Premier League and in some pressure situations, and you just have to rely on that. You have to think back to those moments and trust your ability at soccer and trust your ability, your teammates, and follow a game plan that the coach puts in front of you. Everything else outside of soccer, outside of the game when you go home, I'm sure you think about it a lot more than you do when you're not in it.
It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, you know. I must have been a nightmare to live with because all I wanted to do was go out and play. I wanted to go and get the points on the board because it's been really disappointing this year for the players. We've got great players here, you know, and we were expecting to do a lot better. And certain things at certain times went against us, but at the end of the day, the buck stops with us.
This time being in the relegation fight compared to the previous one with Southampton, I felt more relaxed than because, you know, you're older and you play quite a few games since then, and it would not be the end of the world, but professionally it would have been horrible. I can't even think about it really, but once you get older, I think you can handle those sort of situations better. And I was just, especially for the younger players like Liam and quite a few others, just try to talk to them before the game that, listen, it's only football, try and relax, do your basic things and all that, but I'm not sure if they listen. But
Toure plays this one forward. Good movement again from Adebayor. Gets round the back here, Bocanegra. Adebayor stands him up towards the back post, and they're ahead. Arsenal with Julio Baptista. Lehmann's come for that, he's not really got it. Simon Davis! Yes! Fulham are level! Mistake by Lehmann, and Simon Davis with a massive goal for Fulham. How important is that?
Well, it's as big as a win. I said to you before, if they get a point, it's everything. Arsenal feel that there was a foul on Lehmann. I don't believe there was. The keeper decides to come a hell of a long way, and he gets a punch to it. I don't think there's anything wrong there with Helgeson's challenge. And what about this for ability from Davis? What about the nerve? Because he has to steady himself, he's under pressure, but he keeps his eye on the ball, and he looped it over the defender on the line. It's a wonderful finish.
It's his first goal for Fulham, it's his first goal of the season, and what a time to score it. Superman, no, they just needed Simon Davis.
Game's really opening up now.
Adebayor. It's Adebayor! Oh, he might have won it for Arsenal. Cool finish to break Fulham hearts. Adebayor. Come to life again. Diaby. Levin space. Can he produce a finish? Is that a penalty? It is. Yep, that'll do it. 3-1.
Just 2 games left. Win both, and survival would be guaranteed. One would probably do it. And so on to May the 5th and Liverpool. 4 days earlier, Rafa Benitez had seen his side pip Chelsea for a place in the Champions League final. With that huge game on the horizon, he rested some of his star names.
It upset me that people say Liverpool part of reserve team, and that Liverpool side would be a top 10, top 8 team if they played all season, you know. They've got a world-class goalkeeper playing, Robbie Fowler and Bellamy up front, 2 top-class players. You know, Bellamy scored in the Champions League against Barcelona. So, and we got a clean sheet, you know. And I think people have to give credit where credit's due. The performance was superb under pressure, especially when we knew the other results around us. People say they don't know. Well, I certainly knew West Ham were winning. I knew we needed the result, and that's when you stand up as men and you stand up and be counted. And that's what our job is, and that's what we get paid for.
Here's Gonzalez. And Fowler looking to attack it. It'll drop for Pennant. And Fowler!
Oh, how's he missed that?
A team as big as Liverpool, they could put out probably 2 or 3 different teams and still be very good. And nobody in our locker room that day thought, all right, this is going to be a little bit easier. If anything, it focused us a little bit more.
Here's Simon Davis. And now Dempsey. Rossini on the overlap. And Rossini will get there. And Dempsey! His first for Fulham, and it is absolute gold dust.
Well, they're all looking for offside, Liverpool. That's a problem. Rossini makes a very late run. Dempsey, of course, was the player that started the move. I don't think he strikes it particularly well, but it doesn't really matter because they've got their noses in front. Good build-up here, but have a look at Rossini. This is the key. Liverpool thought there was a player offside, but it doesn't look as if it's Rossini, and that's a clever ball back into the path of Clint Dempsey. And as I rightly said, he didn't catch it as well as he would like, and the big but is, it's lying in the back of the Liverpool net, and that's all that matters. Can they hang on now? Fulham, big moment now in terms of keeping that lead.
It's the first game I couldn't go to. The reason for that is because I was the last game I went to at Cottage, I was so depressed. I come back Saturday and it just wasn't good for me and my girlfriend and all that. So I stayed at home. I watched every bit on Gillette Soccer. But it was a nightmare. It's worse indoors as well.
Now Fowler and Bellamy. Oh, and Bocanegra and Jupp both together in there. And cure right across the face, and Fowler a whisker away.
Well, how's he not got on the score sheet?
Dempsey just guiding it away, but it's a massive, massive 3 points for Fulham. It may well be the decisive step that keeps them in the Premiership next season.
It was a massive game, and the feeling after the game, I can't describe it. You know, I've been over the moon the last few days, and just the whole. I spoke to my wife, and the last few months I've been in a bad mood, pretty much every single day, because the things at work haven't been going well, and just take that pressure off winning that game. It's a nice feeling. One of those days that you remember why you play football.
Lawrie Sanchez has had another glory day against Liverpool, and it will surely prolong Fulham's status in the Premiership.
With their safety assured by other results, Fulham confirmed Lawrie Sanchez as their new permanent boss. They finished the season at Middlesbrough.
Here's Davis. Now Dempsey. And again by McBride, but picked off by Woodgate. Here's Viduka. Lovely play by Mark Viduka. What a goal by Mark Viduka. Brilliantly done. Couldn't get that back to his goalkeeper, and he's put his goalkeeper under pressure. And Fulham here have got an equalising goal. Simon Davis so alert then. Fulham, who've done absolutely nothing, have levelled just before half-time.
Well, they have contributed to their own downfall there, Middlesbrough. I mean, a first half that really should be comfortably in the bag by now. It means that both sides on level terms, and really the youngster David Wheater doesn't deal with the initial ball, and then when he tries to head it back to Mark Schwarzer, give a lot of credit to Simon Davies because he read the situation really well. Dempsey puts Wheater under pressure, and Wheater probably doesn't get enough on the header that he would like there, but Davies took it brilliantly.
Finnish international goalkeeper on top form for Fulham today. And he's been beaten this time. David Wheater has got the goal. Dongukli. Viduka holding off not one challenge but two. It's Mark Viduka. Oh, fantastic again by Mark Viduka. Fulham have no answer.
Only Watford managed less league wins than Fulham, and once again disappointing away form hurt their cause. On the plus side, they lost just 15 times, the same number as Reading, who finished 8th.
This league, Premier League, I've played in a lot of I've played in near enough every division. The only division I haven't played in is the 3rd division, and every league is such a thin line, but the Premier League especially is. You wouldn't call next year at the bottom of these teams, 12 teams coming down, would you? You've only got your top 6, 7 teams, and the rest, it's just a fight, really.
We just keep going to the end, and we always believe, you know. Watford, Chelsea, other games, you know, we've come back when people have written us off, and it's a shame that we couldn't have turned those draws that we got late goals into wins, because we wouldn't have been fighting against relegation in the last few games. We'd have been pushing for that top 10 spot.
I think we've got a good core here, good base, we've got a good squad, great coaching staff. We've got quite imitating home ground. I think it's a great atmosphere when the fans are turning up, and so I don't know. I think like I said, the basics are here. I think we need, well, you say it every season, don't you? You need a couple of new faces to freshen things up. Just keep working hard. I think that's the biggest thing in any football club, especially when you're not one of the big boys. You know, you keep working hard and believe in yourself, and hopefully we can add to the squad and do better next year.